Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Bienvenidos, bem-vindos, benvenuti, bienvenue, willkommen, Saubona for some of you in South Africa. Today is a very auspicious day. Every year, World Health Organization celebrates their creation, their foundation, on April 7th. World Health Organization was created in 1948, and World Health Day, again, is on April 7th, every year. Also, every year, a specific topic and theme are selected, and that is based on the priorities and concerns of the World Health Organization. This year, the main concern is age and health, and the theme is Good Health Adds Life to Years. The MVP Foundation is happy to present to you the world expert on health, energy medicine, wellness, and longevity, Master Del Pe. He's also a world expert in the science and art of meditation and yoga and martial arts. He is a modern sage, and he is a life mentor of many, many people throughout the world, especially CEOs, many professionals, and even some presidents of companies and of some countries as well. He is the author of many books, some of them are still unpublished, many CDs, books, DVDs, and many products that help people live their greatest life. Soon, he will launch his book, The Higher Science of Longevity. He's also the founder of the MVP University and MVP Life. As founder of the MVP Foundation, which is a non-sectarian, non-profit, non-political organization, he created the vision of serving humanity and the world. At the MVP Foundation, we focus on many programs that alleviate human suffering and afflictions. So we have specifically the World Life Program, which is dedicated or actually represents a paradigm, a shift and paradigm in the healthcare system. With that program, we offer many solutions to many people throughout the world, and we improve their well-being and their quality of life. We work particularly with caregivers and people in different NGOs and non-profit organizations to combat compassion fatigue and burnout. We also help people from different ages. And that's one of the expertises of Master Del Pe, working with people from all ages, from babies to elderly people. We also have provided very good solutions to people with HIV and AIDS throughout the world. And we have a specific training program to empower young professionals to duplicate ourselves and disseminate these techniques throughout the world. Today, Master Del Pe brings us his great expertise in the science of longevity. Being trained by 4 sages from the East, and one of them considered an immortal of the Himalayas himself, he definitely brings us a world of knowledge and a world of wisdom and experience, also from having traveled to more than 85 countries throughout the world and having trained above 150,000 people throughout the world. So, let's get ready, and let's welcome Master Del Pe.
Welcome everyone, and happy World Health Day today. Today is very auspicious because we are celebrating 3 things. One is the Holy Week of the Christendom. We have also the Aries full moon yesterday and today. If you see the sky, we have this big, gigantic full moon, and it symbolizes that the energy of the earth is highest because the earth and the sun are very close to each other. And influenced by the constellation Aries, which is an energy that brings good health and the fire of enthusiasm, dynamism, and inspiration. So Aries full moon is so important that gives us that energy of good health, which coincides to our World Health Day celebrated by the World Health Organization. So the theme that we will be talking today is the higher science of longevity, which is a theme that came from my book that is being published that would give you the best integration and blend of the best of the Eastern wisdom philosophies, the blending of the best of Western knowledge on living well, and also we include the Oriental medicine, the Chinese medicine, that brings us the more spiritual component of living longer. Plus, I will give the aggregate experiences that I had either gathered from around the world, from my mentors, including an immortal that I have found in the Himalayas that had given me some secrets of longevity and immortality, and joined into one book. And we have also some experiences with super centenarians and centenarians that I have been exposed to in many places around the world. And these super centenarians, who are more than 110-year-olds, have their secrets to be shared, how they live longer and extended their youthful life, and how they age healthily. Now, as of November 13, 2011, there are 81 super centenarians in the world, and they are concentrated in many countries. One of them is in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. I've visited this place and even healed centenarians and super centenarians who are already in the last curve of their lives, and I've found out the secrets I'd like to share it to you today. I went also to Okinawa, Japan, and Ogimi, which has one of the highest concentration of people older than 110-year-olds, and they have also their own secrets. We have they have 50 super centenarians or centenarians out of 100,000 Okinawans, so that's a very high ratio. Another two places on earth that have super centenarians are Caucasus Mountains in South Russia, and also in Hunza Valley in Pakistan. The United States has increased its number of super centenarians behind Japan, and it's amazing how a lot of the factors which has been attributed to the Eastern living has been transferred to the United States, and giving the United States today an edge in producing the most number of super centenarians this decade. Now, what is amazing is the World Health Organization has found out that within these few decades coming, until 2050, we will have more people 65 and over than the 5-year-old and under. So we are going to a period on Earth that our world is getting older in terms of its citizenry and its population. And in 2050 also, there will be a lot of old people more than the young people. And that is good. At the same time, it's not a good news, considering that when you grow older, you have more diseases and pain and suffering as you grow older and advance your age. So whether we will be a liability to society, a menace to our families, or we will be an asset and resource to our children and grandchildren, that is considered a question mark, depending on how you age and how you would be able to contain diseases, and how living longer can be a process to bring dividends to our families, to our societies, and to our future. So our theme today, saying good health adds life to years, according to the World Health Day and the World Health Organizations. So the theme of 2012 is aging and health. Therefore, it is just about time to talk about longevity and to live longer with a healthy aging approach and with an extended years of youthful life. It is good to age if you are not suffering through pain or dreaded diseases. Now, the purpose of this talk is to give you some life tools to be able to live longer with a healthy aging approach and less diseases that would overtake our lives in terms of pain and struggle and suffering. So I would like to take this seminar format to be able to give you some techniques so that you can take home or you can share it to your families. Since this is a limited time, I cannot give you our 2-day weekend retreat or seminar on longevity, but I will share to you some of the key tools that can add life to your years. Now, the higher science on longevity is about combining the wisdom of the East and the highly developed science and knowledge of the West. So combining these three, including some tips from yogic approach of Ayurveda medicine and the concept of postnatal qi, prenatal jing, the shen, and the ability to regenerate energy from the Chinese medicine would be good to discuss in this 1.5 hours of talk. Now, according to my research around the world, especially referring to even books written about longevity, they have found out that there are 5 secrets or 5 F's in order to live longer as the supercentenarians have lived their lives. And this is common to those very old people who are still riding bicycles and gardening and selling vegetables to the market in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, and also in Okinawa. There are 5 F's that they have followed in order to live longer and happier. Now, I will give you some of these findings in a simplified way, because this is not really the focus of my talk today, but the tools that I will give you are the focus. The first secret of living longer, according to these supercentenarians, is fresh food. The first F is fresh food and fresh water. Especially so, the alkalinic water they drink from the natural streams of these mountains and valleys. So fresh food is better than overcooked food. And fresh water is better than the bottled mineral water. Therefore, I even bought myself a machine that had produced me a lot of alkalinic and micro water that becomes antioxidant after a process and also becomes ionic water. So I have felt tremendous increase in my health, in my body, and in my ability to control pains, whatever there may be. So I would suggest people to eat more fresh food and drink fresh water or alkalinized water or anything that brings alkalinity to the system. This is common to all these 4 key areas who had produced the most supercentenarians. Now, another one is faith. If you have very aligned inner tendencies in life and you have faith in life, you have faith in people, you have faith in the future, you have faith in a divine providence, and also the faith of being able to live longer rather than thinking of your death, thinking of your aging, and thinking of your diseases. You're thinking of solutions and have faith that you will overcome them by living more positive ways of solving all our predicaments, our struggles and sufferings. So faith in life is very important, and optimism that comes with faith. And from faith comes hope, and hope brings many choices. This is an old Arabian proverb that says, when you have hope, almost everything is possible. He who has good health has hope, and he who has hope can do almost anything. So have faith and have hope in life, and things will flow better. Another one of the F's of the supercentenarians is family and friends. They had created an ecosystem that they will access people whom they love, their families and their friends. Therefore, it is very important to build, if you don't have a family because you are older than them and you have outlived them, then at least you have more friends surrounding you with lovely people, pleasant people, and then your life will become enveloped with a happier environment and a system that is interdependent with the ability to give love and receive love. So families and friends are good things to build around you, and to make sure that you support them when you're still young and strong. So as we grow older, the law of karma, the law of give and take will come back to you as a boomerang of respecting your families and friends. As you grow older, they will also help you as you age. Another of the F's is fun, the sense of fun. If you have a sense of fun, you will always have the ability to see the positive outlook and the positive effects of life, and also the sense of fun to be more, I would say, pleasant, the sense of fun to be appreciated, the sense of fun to be able to enjoy life. When I was talking to these super centenarians, or people who have lived more than 110-year-olds, I've healed some of them in their homes, I've visited them, and I have found out that at that age, not only they are lucid in their minds, they're also still hilarious. They still have sense of fun, sense of humor. And a few of them, they even have recited poems for me, and even a joke that if I'm not only, from another country, they will get married to me and have another, a third marriage, because one of the ladies I've talked to said that she has outlived her two husbands. So there's sense of fun in their lives. So make sure that you find any conditions in life that will bring you the sense of fun and sense of humor. And as they said, laughter is the best medicine. So make sure that if you don't have a funny and hilarious movie to watch, be surrounded with happy people so that they will make you laugh. And when you laugh, there's a certain energy that releases your pent-up emotions, your pent-up and repressed feelings, so you will flow and stay healthy. And the last but not the least is functionality. I was so amazed that when I visited this lady in Ogimi, Okinawa, Japan, she was able to lift up the weight full of vegetables and a crate and lift it up and put it at the back of her bicycle. And she was ready to go to the marketplace and sell those vegetables. And she's already a super centenarian. And I said, how would this person really do this? And I was carrying her crate, and it was kind of heavy, full of vegetables. And also in Ecuador, a lot of these super centenarians are walking from their villages to the church because they attend Sunday masses. And it's really amazing how they're still enjoying the plaza and the park, talking to people and having fun. Some of them are playing chess in those parks and telling stories to children. And so when I look at their lives, they are very functional. I visited a few of these very old people in Okinawa, Japan, and they are still the one cooking. They're alone because they have outlived their relatives. They have outlived their children. And so I see them still doing the chores required of their homes without any help. So when you're forced and inspired to do your own things, you would not think that you should be in bed and lying down. So they're still going to the garden and plant and then harvest their vegetable to cook. They're still, using brooms to clean the yard and everything. So being functional makes you the ability and the capacity to work and not to be lazy and not to have a sedentary life watching television only and just waiting for death to come. So functionality is very important. Find something to do that inspires you. Do not say that you are too old and not have any more avocations in life. Now, the lifespan on Earth has been established in the Guinness Book of Record by a French woman called Jean Calment. And she is 122-year-old. and 164 days. So that's very old. Supercentenarians are people who have lived more than 110 years. So she is the champion according to our world record as of December 2011. So, as I said, there are now at least 81 supercentenarians according to Gerontology Research Group as of November 13, 2011. So I see the trend of the statistics that the older people are increasing in number. And as I said, in less than 40 years, we will have 65-year-old and overtaking the numbers of 5-year-olds and under. And that is a alarming news if we have to consider that all people will have a lot of diseases and in pain and struggling. So we can witness also the suffering that they will have. And it's not a good, pleasant scenario. So we would like to advertise and publicize the idea that we should live longer with a healthy aging approach by observing our lifestyle to go into a curve that brings what we call the healthy dividends of life and harvest an equity at the end of our lives that would bring us happier and healthier moods. At the same time, we will still enjoy our grandchildren and the children of our grandchildren if you can live more than 100-year-old lifespan. Now, I would like to share to you some of the concepts that Oriental medicine and Chinese medicine had used in order to work against unhealthy aging. And so I'd like to mention about some concepts of the Chinese philosophy, which brings you working your life against a fast aging process. First is the concept of Jing, J-I-N-G. Jing is a Chinese word that talks about essence. This an essence or a substance of energy that came with you before you were born that gives you the genetic capacity to live longer. So the prenatal gene, which came with you as a genetic energy, can also be a factor either to live longer or to live shorter. So you have been already stamped with a predisposed tendency to live longer with an enduring life's support from your essence called prenatal gene. And esoterically or spiritually, the masters have also postulated that there are people who came with long life, like a long life battery or a short life battery. And there's a stamp of death, I would say, that certificate in your inner aspect of your life that has a predetermined death date. There's probably a chance to extend it or to shorten it depending on how you handle the energy and your postnatal gene. Even how you process your karma and your dharma, your duty in life, your dharma, your purpose, or your karma, you're working out of your past. So if you're able to extend your life by stimulating your postnatal gene by a certain diet or vitamins, including the so-called ancient minerals. The ancient minerals are condensation and concentration of very important minerals that brings you a regeneration of your postnatal gene. They even consider the some of the components of the deer and ginseng and many kinds of special teas and food that regenerates this postnatal gene, including many of the combinations of Asian food that came with the secrets of Ayurveda medicine, including what we call Chyawanprash. Is a combination of 40 herbs when done properly would bring antioxidants and 40 other herbs regenerating your postnatal gene. So ginseng is one and many components of the ancient medicine which I cannot bring you today because they have a long list. If you want to consult your ancient mineral category, you can Google it from the internet and you find them. But we have consultants from our group who are experts on food science and supplements that brings the combination of the wisdom of the East with the application of Western knowledge and medicine. Another thing is to use certain energy techniques, which I can give you now, to be able to regenerate the fire of postnatal gene or essence. And I will give you two maybe techniques today so that you can use this technique to regenerate your reserve chi or energy that will bring reversal of your aging process. So I will give you one technique today, especially for the beginners who have not attended my workshop. One of them, you can use your right nostril breath. Now your nostrils can bring a psychological mood variations or ramifications by just breathing through one nostril more than the other. For example, in the ancient techniques of yoga, which I have learned myself from my teacher who is called an immortal in the Himalayas, because he is more than 400 years old. I have not verified his birth certificate or his forms to prove this, but he's a person who can control his physical body and always naked, even in the highland of Himalayas with snow and very cold temperature. He doesn't eat anymore, and also he doesn't have wrinkles in his body. He's very strong, very active, and still very alive. And they said he's the oldest person in the Himalayas that you can find. And he lives in the caves. He is able to withstand the weather conditions, which is very cold and severe lack of oxygen in the highlands of Himalayas. Now, when you breathe through your right nostril by pressing the left, inhaling slowly, and holding it after almost a maximum breath, controlling that stoppage of breath for 5 seconds, and exhaling again through the same right nostril, slowly, until you're almost empty of air, and holding it again for 5 seconds, you will be able to bring the stimulation of the fire in your belly and that postnatal gene that brings the fire of the body, that tones your muscles, that regenerates your bones and your internal organs. So this is one of the, I would say, free method to live longer and increase your dividends as you age your life. So when you practice this every day for 5 minutes, not only would you increase your digestive power, because your digestion depends on fire. The fire increases your digestive power. So there's a fire in your belly that increases by using this technique. Now, your sexual fire also increases by using this technique. The fire of mind, to focus your mind, also increases as you do this technique. So this is a very important technique you can do almost every day or a few times a week for you to regenerate your postnatal gene and your energy to digest food better, assimilate food better, and also to regenerate your sexual energy and the fire in the belly and the fire of mind. Now, why is this important? The ability to assimilate food depends on the power of your digestive system. Even you eat the right food and take the right vitamins, if you do not assimilate the right nutrition from the food you eat, it is like a waste of expensive food, especially organic vegetables that you eat. It will just go out through the excretion because they do not get converted properly. So one technique is the right nostril breathing technique. Why don't we do this and just put a sample? You need to do 5 minutes, but I'll just give you 2 minutes of this experience so you have a technique to regenerate your reserve of the postnatal gene or essence, so you do not finish your battery in life fast, but you can extend and like recharging your battery. Okay, let's do it. Press your left nostril with your ring finger and small finger, and you can put your index finger and middle finger on between the eyebrows This is another technique. You can stimulate your mental willpower. By stimulating the willpower, you can live longer. Okay, let's start. Press your left nostril. Touch between the eyebrows. And inhale slowly and deeply. And hold at almost maximum. And exhale again through the right nostril, slowly. And hold without air. Inhale again through the right nostril. And hold. Exhale to the right nostril. And hold. Inhale to the right nostril. And hold. Exhale to the right nostril. And hold. Continue to process a few more times. Breathing through the right nostril only. Okay. Now, as you grow older, you extend the number of minutes you will do this technique, like even 10 minutes for older people. Now, why is this increasing of postnatal jing or heat energy regenerate you? Now, when you're very cold, you have more wrinkles in your hands. Your hands do not have the pink color and red. And you are pale, and you are feeling anemic, and you look like frail and drained of energy. Now, as we grow older, the fire in the belly and the fire of sexual energy will decrease and diminish, and sometimes very fast at a certain age. Like people who already reach more than 50, if they are not able to reverse their aging process, their decline is fast. At 65 or older, the decline is even faster. So when you can regenerate early on, not when you are already drained, your postnatal jing or your regenerative chi or energy, you're able to still maintain a toned muscle. Your skin, your muscles are still toned. You have less wrinkle. You feel warm all the time internally, and it makes you feel happier when you're feeling strong internally, and also your ability to work hard and continue to be functional is also a higher probability. For people with osteoporosis, weak bones, and even diabetes, all kinds of diseases that decrease your energy, you need to do this every day to work against the side effects of your diseases and any coexisting disease that comes with it. Now, for people who want to make their bones denser, you do this 5 minutes a day, and you will see the density of your bones, your muscle tones, the skin tones will increase and improve. Not only are you improving the internal chi or energy, you're also exuding the outer beauty that you deserve to have as you grow older. Now, you might not prevent all the wrinkles in your face or in your body, but the ability to reverse the aging component of that is also slowed down. So it's not bad to try this one. Now, if you don't have 5 minutes, then that's not really a good deal. You have always 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day out of 24 hours to do this simple method. It's faster than even going to a doctor to consult how do you fight wrinkles. So it is good to do this as a best practice of reversing your aging process. Now, when you increase your sexual energy, your legs will also be maintained to be strong. Now, when people grow older, their sexual energy depletes. And when the sexual energy depletes, the legs becomes weaker. That's why when people have sexual releases after intercourse, it tends that their legs becomes, it feels weaker on the legs, or as if there's a feeling of general weakness that happens after a sexual release. Of course, some people feel more excited and more empowered, but that is because some people have a lot of energy and maybe they need to release some of the excesses. But in terms of people who are older, when you release sexually, it requires at least maybe 2 weeks to recover. In mid-age people, maybe it requires 9 days to recover. Well, for young teenagers, of course, it is easy to regenerate because they have excess of that energy. So it is a must-have to maintain the sexual energy as we grow older. Not only for the feeling of pleasantness or vigor and vim and vitality, because you need the fire in the belly to give you that internal feeling of pleasantness and vigor and zest. So the sexual energy also is one of the most important component of the Eastern traditional methods of regenerating yourself. Now, the sexual energy is a very important component of spirituality in the East. That's why the old monks and lamas were encouraged to be celibates, because through celibacy, you conserve your sexual energy and you can use that to transmute that fire in the belly and sexual energy together when they are alchemized to regenerate your body, your mind, your brain, and your consciousness. So if you can bring and transmit that sexual energy to the soul through a certain method of sexual transmutation, you do not just regenerate your ego and your personality and your physical body, you also generate an energy that feeds the soul. So there's another component of having more sexual energy. It is required for spiritual regeneration and enhancement. So this technique of right nostril breathing is a very important component for spiritual practices to not only live longer, but to regenerate your digestive powers so you can assimilate food better and digest them better, especially if you have poor digestive qualities to begin with. Now, there's another technique that can increase the fire of the postnatal gene and your regenerative chi or energy. At the same time, it increases your internal energy in your body. I'm focusing more on the Eastern system because that is what is missing in the Western and the Occidental culture. And also the Oriental culture has forgotten already these ancient secrets that the Taoist masters and the Ayurveda yogi experts have been using. So if you put your left over right palm together with your thumbs together, left over right palm on fingers with a circular form forming through the thumbs together. You put that exactly on your navel, making your navel as the center point. And you sit erect. You can put your feet flat on the floor in a meditation posture that is more modern. And you concentrate on your navel and breathe slowly and concentrate your mind into the breathing process and the concentration on the navel. Just concentrate. You might close your eyes and do this technique so that I can teach you right now. So close your eyes, concentrate on your navel, and breathe slowly and deeply and rhythmically. Keep on breathing slowly and deeply while concentrating on your navel. This is also to train your mind to focus. When your mind goes out of you, just go back to your navel and breathe slowly and concentrate. When your mind is disturbed, concentrate back. Okay, open your eyes. Now, if you have 5 or 10 minutes, you can also use this as a technique to recover your energy if you were tired working the whole day. Before you go back to your homes, you regenerate your energy, your internal chi or prana or energy, so that when you go home, you bring a higher quality of substance, of vitality, rather than the stress from work. So you do not bring stress to the house or to your families, because stress is contagious, and stressful parents are hazards to their children. So I would encourage people to do this simple technique of just regenerating your energy and your internal chi, so that you will live longer and happier, and you get revitalized to produce more in the same time frame that you work. Because when you're drained of energy, you tend to work slower, and you cannot mentally focus on your work or your goals at hand. And what happens is you are wasting your time, and you're not accomplishing the things you need to do, and you get frustrated because it's dragging on instead of finishing it so you can do other things that are most urgent and important. Now, so after the postnatal gene and the prenatal gene, which came with you when you were born, because you have a good lineage, a good genetics from your family, and there are people who are healthier than most parents, then you brought the genetics of long life. Now, if you do not have a healthy parent or a good genetics in terms of your health, then at least recover the postnatal gene through certain food, as I said, ancient minerals and very important teas, and regenerate your chi. The second aspect of is the chi or the energy. Chi, ki are Oriental words that pertain to prana or vitality. Prana is used in India in yoga as the same meaning as vitality. So this navel breathing technique, you can do 5 minutes to 10 minutes every day, will give you back the energy you lost for using it for your work and other things that you do a whole day. So if you do this every day, you will, instead of consuming, you will regenerate your chi or energy instead of consuming it. So it will extend your life, and it will allow you to live longer with a healthy aging strategy. Now, to go back to the nostril breath, when you breathe to the left instead of the right, you also balance the aggressiveness. If you were aggressive, it makes you more passive. So you can use either the left or the right nostril depending on your state of consciousness or your mood. If you are very depleted, if you're very tired, when you don't have the zest and excitement and inspiration, then you have to breathe to the right nostril. But when you are a hyperactive person, impulsive, aggressive, you need to breathe to the left nostril. Because if you bring excitement and hyperactivity, then also your sympathetic nervous system is too active that even your pulse rate are higher, your ability to cope with stress is higher, and you cannot calm down even you want to relax. Your mind, your body is still active, and it's hard to sleep. So some of you who cannot sleep, it is good for you to use your left nostril breathing. By pressing your right nostril, you breathe only through the left nostril, and that will give you passiveness, calmness, and also it will control your aggressive nature. So you can use either the left nostril or the right. If your husband were more aggressive than normal, tell them to breathe through the left nostril. If your child is ADD, ADHD, or hyperactive, they can breathe through the left nostril, or you can make them sleep on the right side so that their left side is on top, and that would allow them for a few hours to regenerate their parasympathetic nervous system, which is more of the passive nature. But when a person is very depressed and very depleted, they need to sleep with the left side, on the left side with the right nostril up, so they can breathe opening more the right nostril when you have that position. You can observe that when you sleep on your left side, your right nostril tends to open, especially if you have colds. When you sleep on the right side with the left nostril on top, it tends to open the left nostril. So you can control your psychological moods by sleeping on the right side predominantly or sleeping on the left side predominantly. So you can switch position in your bed if you were married and you're sleeping always on one side for 10 years already. You can sometimes go to one side and see if you can reverse your sleeping pattern, which allows you to maybe negate and neutralize some of your moods. All right. Now, another thing that they talk about in the Chinese medicine, Oriental medicine, is the Shen. The Shen is really about spirit, soul, or consciousness. But in Chinese philosophy, sometimes they may misconstrue it as just your mind. But you have higher than your mind's energy called the spiritual energy or your soul energy. Now, the more you can bring the soul energy or the Shen to your mind, to your emotions, to your energy field, and to your body, the healthier you become. The more inspired and enthused you become when you're able to bring soul energy to yourself. That's why you combine martial arts to bring you the heat, to bring you vital energy in your physical body by using very strong body movements, exercise movements. And you can bring divine light and soul energy by meditation or breathing science or breath science. So how do you bring, aside from prayer, spiritual energy to yourself? Now, if you want to learn a certain breathing technique which brings you not only spiritual energy but a balanced emotional, mental, and spiritual consciousness, then I will teach you what we call the synchronized breathing method that I have designed that brings the best of the yogic practices, that brings not only internal calm and serenity, it brings you the internal balance of emotional intelligence, mental intelligence, and spiritual intelligence and wisdom. So I'd like you to copy me again, those who are watching me. You put your palms open upward and you chin in and inhale quickly through the nose. Exhale to the mouth. Inhale to the nose. Exhale to the mouth. So you chin up, breathing quickly through the nose. Exhale abruptly through the mouth and chin in. Chin up, chin in. Chin up, chin in. Continue. You do this around 10 to 15 times per set. So we'll do it now and experiment how by rapidly oxygenating your system can you revitalize your consciousness. Ready? Inhale up, chin in. Nose, mouth. Continue. Now concentrate on 3 locations in your body. The center of your chest, mid-brow, and the top of the head. When you concentrate on these 3 points, you are stimulating these 3 energies that stimulates your emotional, mental, and spiritual powers. And also, it stimulates certain glands that are located behind those points. In the chest area is the thymus gland, which stimulates your immune system, your macrophages and lymphocytes, which helps you fight diseases and viruses and bacteria. When you stimulate this point through concentration, you're stimulating the immune system. And when you concentrate between the eyebrows, you're stimulating the master gland called the pituitary. Pituitary gland is the gland that controls and directs all the endocrine glands. So when you have hormonal imbalances, you need to concentrate on the point between the eyebrows to stimulate your master gland, who can direct all the glands. Now, on the top of the head is what we call the crown center. It is the anchor of spiritual energy that comes in. Like in Christian teachings, we have the Pentecostal fire, which signifies the descent of the Holy Spirit or the divine light. Now, beneath that light, in the center of the head, is the pineal gland. The pineal gland is the gland like the chairman of the board if you were a company that controls the other officers, the other endocrine glands. So it is the one that harmonizes all the other glands and the other hormones. So concentrating on these locations, center of the chest, immune system. Between the eyebrows, the master gland. Top of the head, the pineal gland. It also results into improving your sleep patterns. The pineal gland deals with the melatonin, which deals with sleep patterns. So when you are able to concentrate on these locations or centers of energy, not only do you balance your emotional, mental, and spiritual consciousness and alignment, you also stimulate your health and reverse aging process, and also you achieve an internal calm and poise that brings you peace of mind and inner peace daily. So let's do it again. Ready? Chin in, inhale. Now, if you have neck problems or injuries in the neck, please don't do this. If you have severe vertigo and migraine, don't do this because you might exacerbate the conditions when you're not healed yet. So let's do it again. Chin in, inhale through the nose, exhale to the mouth. Continue. Okay, head straight. You concentrate on these 3 locations and centers of energy. Center of the chest, mid-brow, and the top of the head simultaneously. Close your eyes, and I will guide you slowly through the breath. Just close your eyes. Concentrate on these 3 areas, and breathe slowly and relax. Okay, we'll do it again. Breathing technique, chin up, chin in. Start. Okay, head straight. You concentrate again simultaneously on those 3 points, center of the chest, mid-brow, and the top of the head. Just close your eyes and concentrate slowly. Breathe. Relax. Enjoy that inner peace and stillness. Okay, open your eyes. Now, this technique is so simple. It's free. The best thing is it's free. You can do this almost every day, and you can achieve that inner peace and stillness every day of your life, which makes you improve your health as if every day is a World Health Day. So by doing 5 minutes or so, you can achieve an emotional intelligence that makes you relate with people calmly and peacefully. You can also sharpen your mind so that you can think clearly and look at your life and look at your visions and manifest your goals with clarity of intent and intentions. And your mind will become clear and not be forgetful. And also by stilling your mind and your consciousness, you're able to bring spiritual energy and divine energy that will heal your consciousness, your diseases, and even your conflicts, your crises, your sufferings, your struggle, and even your problems. By combining the ability to bring higher emotions of love, peace, and happiness, and being able to generate good thoughts and good visions for your life, you can solve things easily, you can make better decisions, and you can relate to others better. And by bringing spiritual energy and inspiration to your life, you have more wisdom to enjoy life as it is. You can also have more intuition to be able to make better decisions and to see ahead. So these points are acupuncture points and yogic points called chakras, which stimulates not only the glands to become healthier, but brings you that balance and integral poise that brings you elegance and willpower and spiritual energy that gives that what we call composure and balance which you deserve to feel, to sense, and experience every day. So every day will be a World Health Day when you do this technique. Now, when you can combine that right nostril breathing for improving digestive system faculty and powers, and you can bring more zest and fire inside to feel better and to increase your vitality. And when you can generate a balance of your emotional, mental, and spiritual energy, and when you can breathe through the navel so that you can center yourself and to increase your chi or your regenerative energy, you will experience that well-being and wellness every day which you deserve. Now, the navel energy does not only give you regenerative energy or zests and vitality, it is also the center which increases your instinctive intelligence, your ability to act on your goals, the ability to act on the right timing and with the speed and rhythm. So it is a very important component that we develop in martial arts to be able to have a high instinctive intelligence, to react properly with speed, with rhythm, and with poise. It increases also your fire in the belly, which is called your gut instincts. When a person has a lot of fire in their belly, not only do they have good instincts, they have also speed, they have agility, they have resilience, and they are always warm and pleasant to be with. So for people to attract people's relationship in a nice way, to magnetize people with the right relationship with you, you need to have that internal warmth that it brings about that pleasantness and happiness and good moods. So as we grow older and age, we should sustain that inner pleasantness and inner joy and inner happiness that brings out the magnetism and charisma, which attracts the best people to come to us. Internal anger, fear, worries, stress, resentments, sadness, confusion, doubts, traumas, and their memories, and even anger and aggressiveness, are all poison to our health. They are not only poison to relationships, they really poison us by giving us a lot of these stressful and burnt out conditions in our health and our life that really deters us and bars us from enjoying our life daily. So how do you release a lot of this poisonous substance and emotions and thoughts that does make us sick and burn ourselves out? So I will give you a technique called Just Be Free meditation, which releases a lot of this negativity. I will do a short version because we don't have time to finish our curriculum today. So I will just give you a glimpse, or at least an experience, how to heal yourself daily, or anytime you want to discard and release your stress, your tension, your worries, and all these so-called psychological poisons. All right? Put your hands on your lap, and I would like to guide you with a simple self-healing meditation called Just Be Free. Just close your eyes, relax, breathe slowly, inhale and exhale slowly. And as you breathe, you relax and let go. Now visualize yourself in front of a beautiful ocean. And inhaling slowly and deeply. As you exhale your air, mentally and emotionally release all your stress, your anxieties and worries in life, your tension. They are all going out to the ocean as you breathe out. Exhale all your stress, anxieties, worries and tension, and fatigue. Allow them to flow out to this imaginary ocean as you breathe out. As if the ocean is extracting all of them, all of these negative qualities and energies. Exhale all your sadness, if you have any, depression, grief, loneliness. Exhale them out to the ocean as you exhale. Let go. Allow them to go out of your life. The ocean extracts all of them. Exhale all your fears, your worries, your phobias, including your insecurities and lack of confidence, if you have any. Let them go all to the ocean as you exhale. And let go. Exhale all your frustrations in life, anger, rage if you have any. even hatred, all bad feelings about people, your past. Release them out to the ocean as you exhale. The ocean is extracting all of them from you. Exhale all your bad memories, including your traumas, your sufferings, your struggle in life, including pain in your life, whatever kind, emotional, physical, mental pains, their memories and side effects. Exhale all your negative habits, if you have addictions, compulsions, inhibitions, any negative tendencies of your life, you release them out through your breath. Let all these negative patterns, this negative energy leave you completely. Exhale all your confusions, your doubts, your uncertainties of life. Release them out to the ocean as you exhale. Release all of this negativity forever, not to come back. So it is. Now I want you to recall and re-experience, reminisce happy events of your life, happy moments. While you do that, you feel and be aware of the energy at the center of your chest, the center of love, joy, inner peace within you. Recall good memories and happy moments while you feel them back into your heart, to your chest. Recall another happy moment, successful events, good things you have done in life, and feel them back into your heart. Reminisce them. I want you to praise yourself, appreciate yourself internally from the heart by saying something nice and good about your life and yourself, and feel that nice essence within your heart. Appreciate yourself. Accept yourself. And express nice feelings and appreciation, gratitude to people who had helped your life. There are a few people in your life who had helped you, cared for you, helped you solve your problems, supported you in life. Express gratitude and appreciation from the heart to them, as if they were in front of you. Open your heart. And express nice wishes, good intentions to your loved ones, to your friends, to your co-workers, as if this were your last time to do so. If this were your last day, what would you say to your loved ones, to your friends, to your associates, sincerely from the heart? And I want you to visualize people who had been hurt by you and ask for apology and forgiveness from your heart. And release your guilt, your resentments and regrets. Release your negative connections and karma with these people by asking for apology. Clear your conscience. And see yourself being forgiven. Now visualize people who had hurt your life and harmed you in one way or the other. I want you to talk to them from your heart. Express yourself with no blame or anger. Just counsel them. Express yourself. And forgive them, even mechanically at first, until you can do it unconditionally. From your heart, express forgiveness and let go. As they say, to err is human, to forgive divine. Go for the higher path, forgiveness. Nobody's perfect, you are not perfect, and so others. So you forgive as you were forgiven. And forgive yourself as well for your mistakes. So it is. I want you to visualize and empower your future by imagining or visualizing your good health, your happiness, your success and balance and fulfillment. Visualize that you're achieving great results in life. You have more friends, better relationships, more prosperity and abundance, sustainable happiness, and increase maximum usefulness in life and functionality. Visualize all of these end results. I want you to attract and magnetize those end games that you visualize by intent, by magnetizing through intent, that you will achieve them and you manifest them. So it is. So it is. Will it? Will to succeed, will to be fulfilled, will to have a sustainable abundance in your life, a good, healthy aging, and extended youthful life and longevity. So it is. Now it is done. So it is. All right, open your eyes. So how are you feeling now? I hope you have felt and you have experienced a sense of well-being and wellness, which you deserve at your age. Now, all of us are aging. All of us are dying, in fact. Since you were born, you're already dying, aging. But the question is, how do we age? Do we age with dreaded diseases and pain every day? Are we aging and at the same time worrying about dying? Are we too conscious about our health that we cannot enjoy also our health and living? But too worried about our calories, about our food, about what will happen when you don't have any more money? If you want to age and live long but happily without worrying, you can do those techniques that we have learned earlier, the synchronized breathing technique 3 to 5 times. If you have insomnia or if you cannot sleep well, you do this 5 sets of 10 breathing cycles and the concentration for 1 minute each before you sleep, and you will sleep very deep and go into a deep slumber. And when you wake up, even with 4 hours of sleep, it is as if you are robust, you're fresh, and you're ready to go for the next day. So I promise you that if you do this technique alone, you will just in a few days improve the wellness that you are aspiring for. Secondly, the navel breathing, which you had been doing with me, if you do this for 5 or 10 minutes, you will revitalize your internal chi or energy, which extends your postnatal gene or your essence. And also, when you do the synchronized breathing and you concentrate on the emotional, mental, and spiritual centers called the chakras or energy of consciousness, you will bring more spiritual energy and soul energy to fecundate and fertilize your substance of emotions, your mind, your energy, and your body to live longer and to be inspired and enthusiastic as we grow older. Also, if you do the right nostril breathing, if you have poor digestive powers, before you eat, you will improve your digestive energy, which brings you the ability to absorb the right nutrition in your body. Now, aside from all of these techniques, you should also exercise. There's an exercise video called Just Be Alive, which is produced and recorded by me, which you can acquire from our website, www.masterdelpe.com, masterdelpe.com. You can find our products there. And the meditation which I've led earlier, Just Be Free, is also available from our website. And so I'd like you to really investigate our projects and our programs of health and well-being and staying alive and longer. And you can enjoy a long life with an extended youthful outlook. And this is Just Be Free meditation, which I have led you to heal yourself from all emotional, mental, and energetic toxins which you accumulated in many years. And this is Just Be Alive, which is the exercise, the breathing technique which I've done with you, and the navel breathing, and 2 more techniques, the 8 steps exercise strategy, which will circulate energy in your whole body, are also available. We have also books just for your readings and references. The From Success to Fulfillment is a book that gives you the ability to live healthy in all levels: physical health, energetic health, emotional health, mental health, and spiritual health, and the 8 key virtues that will allow you to live your greatest life. Now, I have monthly workshops that gives you the ability to maximize your human powers and potential called the Science of Power Development. The seminar that increases your ability to use your telepathy powers, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your inner senses. You are able to generate a skill which is not available in most people, which is in between your mental, emotional powers and instinctive powers, called psychic powers. You have 10 psychic powers available to be developed. And so I will give a systematic and scientific approach to develop them. So for 2 hours and a half maximum, you will be able to get acquainted with the 10 psychic powers of human beings that's available, that is available, dormant in you, but you have not awakened them totally. And then following every month are the detailed techniques which will teach you how to develop your etheric vision, your clairvoyance, your psychometry and clairsentient faculty to use your hands to detect energy and measure energy, and even scan decisions, options in life, and even your stock market options if you want to invest. Now, many of us have also wished that we will practice healing techniques every month. So I am offering an international group healing sessions, which is scheduled for 1.5 hours once a month. Please contact us so that we can include you in the group healing session that I do remotely through the MDP TV and Be Live University platform. And so please attend our workshops so that you can benefit from the techniques which I have accumulated in more than 2 decades of research, experimentation, and learning from the masters of wisdom from the Himalayas, from Japan, from China, from the Philippines, and from around the world. I was trained in the energy medicine sciences and longevity science. So I want to impart this knowledge and wisdom to you without going to the Himalayas and climbing the Taoist mountains of China, or not going to the wilderness of Africa to gain all this knowledge and wisdom. So I'm willing to share to you, and even for you to share to your children, so they will not copy any wrong attitudes or lifestyle that we had or you had already done, damaging your systems and threatening your health today. The exercises that are so important really are not just the gym or aerobics. There are specific techniques which you can use synchronizing your breathing with your movements and biomechanically manipulating your systems of the body that will develop your left and right brain synchronicity, and also empowering the different layers of your aura, your mind aura, your emotional aura, your etheric and vitality aura, and your physical systems. When you can coordinate and fuse all these energies that determines your different levels of health in synchronicity and with flushing of energy, you can flow the life force of the universe around you, and you can flow the energy that your soul bestowed upon you and the internal energy which you came with, and mix them together, called health alchemy, and you can achieve wellness and well-being, which includes your physical, energetic, emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness. According to an ancient saying, disease is not just the absence of pain. Good health is not just the absence of diseases and pain in your body. It is a complete and total physical, energetic, emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness and completeness. Now surround yourself with successful people so that you will have an osmosis to go to successful levels without having to try hard and struggle. Surround yourself with healthy and energetic people so you get contaminated by energetic people around you. Surround yourself with happy and humorous people so that you are always happy. Do not stay alone and at the mercy of circumstances. Manage your time. Do not be disempowered by what we call time poverty. You manage your time by prioritizing a list of urgent and important things first. You cannot do everything you want on earth, but you can do the most urgent, important things first. We have other workshops that can empower you to resolve your conflict and manage your crisis. I have a workshop on conflict resolution and crisis management. How to really live your greatest life by managing your problems before they explode into a crisis, and not have an expensive post-crisis management. You can also resolve your conflicts easily without having to have an expensive legal matters or divorce or other things that you do not need every day. So we have a lot of offerings in our Be Life University that brings you the best spiritual sciences, meditation science, esoteric science, and psychology through this learning program. So I hope I've served you today, and I wish you again a happy World Health Day. And let's make every day a happy World Health Day by living our greatest life through healthy practices and through other methods which we have learned today. Of course, we have either food scientists who are also telling about living well through food. I always take probiotics for better digestive powers. I always take enzymes to improve my digestive assimilation of food. I always exercise, combining my martial arts and yoga and meditation sciences. I always drink alkaline water as much as possible. And I always have good sun. And connection to the earth is so important. One of the secrets of long life in immortals and yogis is they always connect to the earth through meditation, using connecting energy from the feet. There are many techniques which you can use your feet to connect to the earth and absorb earth energy. You can be barefooted on the ground, in a clean ground, once in a few days, a few minutes within a week, and connect to the earth, and you will absorb earth energy, which is 4 times denser than the air. So with this, I'd like to again say Happy Easter to Christians, and also happy Iris full moon today also for those who are Aries. And also I wish you the best, and I wish you a good health, a long life, and a healthy aging, and an extended youthful life, and be the best and lead the rest of your life. Again, thank you. Philosophies, the blending of the best of Western knowledge on living well, and also we include the Oriental medicine, the Chinese medicine, that brings us the more spiritual component of living longer. Plus, I will give the aggregate experiences that I had either gathered from around the world, from my mentors, including an immortal that I have found in Himalayas that had given me some secrets of longevity and immortality, and joined into one book. And we have also some experiences with super centenarians and centenarians that I have been exposed to in many places around the world. And these super centenarians, who are more than 110-year-olds, have their secrets to be shared, how they live longer and extended their youthful life, and how they age healthily. Now, as of November 13, 2011, there are 81 super centenarians in the world, and they are concentrated in many countries. One of them is in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. I've visited this place and even healed centenarians and super centenarians who are already in the last curve of their lives, and I've found out the secrets. I'd like to share it to you today. I went also to Okinawa, Japan, and Ogimi, which has one of the highest concentration of people older than 110-year-olds, and they have also their own secrets. We have they have 50 super centenarians or centenarians out of 100,000 Okinawans, so that's a very high ratio. Another 2 places on earth that have super centenarians are Caucasus Mountains in South Russia, and also in Hunza Valley in Pakistan. The United States has increased its number of super centenarians behind Japan, and it's amazing how a lot of the factors which has been attributed to the Eastern living has been transferred to the United States, and giving United States today an edge in producing the most number of supercentenarians this decade. Now, what is amazing is the World Health Organization has found out that within these few decades coming, until 2050, we will have more people 65 and over than the 5-year-old and under. So we are going to a period on Earth that our world is getting older in terms of its citizenry and its population. And in 2050 also, there will be a lot of old people more than the young people. And that is good. At the same time, it's not a good news, considering that when you grow older, you have more diseases and pain and suffering as you grow older and advance your age. So whether we will be a liability to society, a menace to our families, or we will be an asset and resource to our children and grandchildren, that is considered a question mark, depending on how you age and how you would be able to contain diseases, and how living longer can be a process to bring dividends to our families, to our societies, and to our future. So our theme today, saying good health adds life to years, according to the World Health Day and the World Health Organizations. So the theme of 2012 is aging and health. Therefore, it is just about time to talk about longevity and to live longer with a healthy aging approach and with an extended years of youthful life. It is good to age if you are not suffering through pain or dreaded diseases. Now, the purpose of this talk is to give you some life tools to be able to live longer with a healthy aging approach and less diseases that would overtake our lives in terms of pain and struggle and suffering. So I would like to take this seminar format to be able to give you some techniques so that you can take home or you can share it to your families. Since this is a limited time, I cannot give you our 2-day weekend retreat or seminar on longevity, but I will share to you some of the key tools that can add life to your years. Now, the higher science on longevity is about combining the wisdom of the East and the highly developed science and knowledge of the West. So combining these three, including some tips from yogic approach of Ayurveda medicine and the concept of postnatal qi, prenatal jing, the shen, and the ability to regenerate energy from the Chinese medicine would be good to discuss in this 1.5 hours of talk.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Bienvenidos, bem-vindos, benvenuti, bienvenue, willkommen, saubona, estamos bien, South Africa. Today is a very auspicious day. Every year, World Health Organization celebrates their creation, their foundation, on April 7th. World Health Organization was created in 1948, and World Health Day, again, is on April 7th, every year. Also, every year, a specific topic and theme are selected, and that is based on the priorities and concerns of the World Health Organization. This year, the main concern is age and health, and the theme is good health adds life to years. The MVP Foundation is happy to present to you the world expert on health energy medicine, wellness, and longevity. Master del Pe. He's also a world expert in the science and art of meditation and yoga and martial arts. He is a modern sage, and he is a life mentor of many, many people throughout the world, especially CEOs, many professionals, and even some presidents of companies and of some countries as well. He is the author of many books. Some of them are still unpublished, many CDs, books, DVDs, and many products that help people live their greatest life. Soon, he will launch his book, The Higher Science of Longevity. He's also the founder of the MVP University and MVP Life. As founder of the MVP Foundation, which is a non-sectarian, non-profit, non-political organization, he created the vision of serving humanity and the world. At the MVP Foundation, we focus on many programs that alleviate human suffering and afflictions. So we have specifically the World Life Program, which is dedicated or actually represents a paradigm, a shift in paradigm in the healthcare system. With that program, we offer...
Now, according to my research around the world, especially referring to even books written about longevity, they have found out that there are 5 secrets or 5 F's in order to live longer as the super centenarians have lived their lives. And this is common to those very old people who are still riding bicycles and gardening and selling vegetables to the market in Vilcabamba, Ecuador, and also in Okinawa. There are 5 F's that they have followed in order to live longer and happier. Now, I will give you some of these findings in a simplified way, because this is not really the focus of my talk today, but the tools that I will give you are the focus. The first secret of living longer, according to these super centenarians, is fresh food. The first F is fresh food and fresh water. Especially so, the alkalinic water they drink from the natural streams of these mountains and valleys. So fresh food is better than overcooked food. And fresh water is better than the bottled mineral water. Therefore, I even bought myself a machine that had produced me a lot of alkalinic and micro water that becomes antioxidant after a process and also becomes ionic water. So I have felt tremendous increase in my health, in my body, and in my ability to control pains, whatever there may be. So I would suggest people to eat more fresh food and drink fresh water or alkalinized water or anything that brings alkalinity to the system. This is common to all these 4 key areas who had produced the most super centenarians. Now, another one is faith. If you have very aligned inner tendencies in life, and you have faith in life, you have faith in people, you have faith in the future, you have faith in a divine providence, and also the faith of being able to live longer rather than thinking of your death, thinking of your aging, and thinking of your diseases. You're thinking of solutions and have faith that you will overcome them by living more positive ways of solving all our predicaments, our struggles and sufferings. So faith in life is very important, and optimism that comes with faith. And from faith comes hope, and hope brings many choices. This is an old Arabian proverb that says,
many solutions to many people throughout the world. And we improve their well-being and their quality of life. We work particularly with caregivers and people in different NGOs and non-profit organizations to combat compassion fatigue and burnout. We also help people from different ages, and that's one of the expertises of Master Del Pe, working with people from all ages, from babies to elderly people. We also have provided very good solutions to people with HIV and AIDS throughout the world. And we have a specific training program to empower young professionals to duplicate ourselves and disseminate these techniques throughout the world. Today, Master Delpe brings us his great expertise in the science of longevity. Being trained by 4 sages from the East, and one of them considered an immortal of the Himalayas himself, he definitely brings us a world of knowledge and a world of wisdom and experience, also from having traveled to more than 85 countries throughout the world and having trained above 150,000 people throughout the world. So, let's get ready and let's welcome Master Delpe.
Welcome everyone, and happy World Health Day today. Today is very auspicious because we are celebrating 3 things. One is the Holy Week of the Christendom. We have also the Aries full moon yesterday and today. If you see the sky, we have this big, gigantic full moon, and it symbolizes that the energy of the earth is highest because the earth and the sun are very close to each other. And influenced by the constellation Aries, which is an energy that brings good health and the fire of enthusiasm, dynamism, and inspiration. So Aries full moon is so important that gives us that energy of good health, which coincides to our World Health Day celebrated by the World Health Organization. So the theme that we will be talking today is the higher science of longevity, which is a theme that came from my book that is being published that would give you the best integration and blend of the best of the Eastern wisdom